Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. It's great to see us all come together in celebration of this solar purchase milestone, and fittingly during Penn's Energy Week, where we are learning about the role that each of us can play to make a more sustainable energy system, both locally and globally. Ben Franklin, our founder, did much to increase our understanding of electricity. His research has grown into the 21st century, where now we are able to efficiently harness the power of the sun. Penn has continued to innovate in the spirit with this historic power purchase agreement, commonly known as our PPA. PPA moves us significantly closer of 100% carbon neutrality by 2042. For those who don't know, I think most of you do, but a solar power purchase, and it is an agreement between power developer and the system. The customer agrees to purchase the power generated by the system. You just background on here. Following an RFP process, which began in the summer of 2019, we signed a PPA with Energy, who subsequently merged with AES. As a result of our PPA, there are 2 solar facilities that were able to be constructed, Cove I and II. And they are the largest solar power projects in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And the project took more than 3 years of partnership, development, design, permitting, and construction between Penn and our project partner, the owner and operator, AES. This partnership has been essential in meeting Penn's goal to accelerate its adoption of renewable energy and doing it in a way that serves the mission of our institution. This agreement not only provides competitive pricing on electricity, but also allows the University of Pennsylvania to continue to demonstrate strong leadership on climate action. Franklin's biographer, Walter Isaacson, said that Ben found electricity a curiosity and left it a science. In much the same way, we will continue to explore innovations in energy technology, and we will build upon these scientific advancements in renewable energy. And I now want to invite Interim President Larry Jamieson to tell us more about the impact of this exciting new resource.
Well, thank you very much, Anne. And I want to acknowledge your incredible team. This has been a lot of work. As you mentioned, it's been 3 years in the making, a lot of planning. But I stand here almost in disbelief. I feel like I've been transported into the future. The photographs behind me were unimaginable a few years ago. And Penn has been around for centuries, so AES can trust that we will live up to our end of the agreement of a 20-year power purchase agreement. And I couldn't be prouder that we've made such a rapid milestone progress towards carbon neutrality, not only for Penn, but for the city of Philadelphia. Philadelphia has a carbon neutral goal for 2050, and you've identified our target. This is going to get us 70% of the way there with electrical usage, not only for the university, but for the entire health system, which is a very large part of our enterprise and a large consumer of electricity for a very good purpose. I would also highlight everything that they do there. So with our newly launched strategic framework, this is our blueprint for the future, we've entitled In Principle and Practice. We're taking on the greatest challenges of our time, and at the top of that list is climate change and sustainability. And so, true to the words in that document, we are an anchored university in the city and in the Commonwealth. We are an interwoven university, and we bring all of our disciplines together, whether it's in policy or in the science of sustainability, to tackle these challenges. And then groups like FRES really take us into action. And so for the whole team of applied energy services here, I want to commend you for the partnership. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Walter Crenshaw, the next speaker.
Yep. Well, thank you, Dr. Jameson and Ann, and all of the Penn leaders here today. We really appreciate the opportunity. We're very proud to be here to celebrate this momentous occasion with the Penn community. I and the team have been working closely with the Penn team for years as we've been bringing this project to fruition. Many of them are here today and have just recently visited the site even to see the progress and check on how things are going. So while we are not on site today, we will have a video later, which will show, it'll give you a glimpse of how beautiful and special this project is in the heart of Pennsylvania. So it feels good to say, as Ann mentioned, this is the largest solar facility in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And so we're all very proud of that. AES is one of the largest owner-operators and developers of renewable energy facilities in the country. But none of that really works unless we have a customer who is committed and shows leadership like Penn has done. And so we are very thankful and appreciative of this partnership over the last 3 years. As Ann and Dr. Jameson have said, this is highly beneficial for the university and the hospital system. So we see that as a very unique commitment and really exemplifies the leadership that Penn is showing in this area. Additionally, in addition to the benefits to Penn and Philadelphia, there are local benefits just a few hours away where these projects are located in Franklin and Fulton counties. And so I want to talk a little bit about those just to highlight, what has gone on there. In those local communities at AES, we aim to be good neighbors, and we want to be there for the long term and ensure that the projects are not just built and then neglected, but that we ensure that the long-term benefits are realized over the decades of life of the projects. So a few interesting facts. During peak construction, we had 250 jobs that were created in the local area. Many of those local trades were fulfilled by local contractors. And so they were able to do that work in their own backyard. So it's not importing labor. Long-term, we'll support 5 operations and maintenance personnel, and these will be key local partners for the agricultural community in Franklin and Fulton counties. We're also very proud that the landowners who have traditionally been able to harvest crops and other agricultural products will now be benefiting from the harvesting of sun. So, in fact, one of my favorite parts of the video that you'll see later is the emotional testimonials of those landowners. And to me, that's one of the reasons I really enjoy solar, is it gives landowners a good way to use their land. Also, we are expecting that the facility will generate $17 million of tax revenue over the life of the project. And most of that will stay in the county, and even Actually, 2/3 of it is earmarked for the specific school districts. Our teams really know the impact and importance of those local benefits. They've been in those communities for these past 3 years and before, as we were developing the project. They've stayed in local hotels, eaten in local restaurants, and worked with and donated to the local organizations there. And so we have a real vested personal interest in ensuring that those benefits are realized over the life of the projects. These local impacts, though, we think will be further amplified. We will have a partnership. It's an exciting collaboration with Penn faculty and students to research the positive impacts of developments and even, like the solar farms on land and ecosystems. And so we expect that those results will benefit the industry and further everyone's understanding of the positive impacts of solar renewable facilities industry-wide. And will ensure that the benefits of Great Cove extend beyond just Pennsylvania. So I would thank you again for gathering here today. I think we want to thank the Penn leadership and the Penn teams that we've worked with. It really is tremendous work. And we are very excited and appreciative of the opportunity to work together with all of you as we advance the clean energy transition and lead in the field of critical climate action.
Thank you, Walter. So in closing, Penn's core mission is to advance the betterment of the human condition. We are recognized as a global renowned research university, and our sustainable initiatives, as President Jameson said, are an integral part of in principle and practice, and work for the global good and making our future better for generations to come. As we wrap up today's celebratory moment, I wanted to share a few numbers to give you an idea of the scale of this project. The panels cover 1,600 acres. There's nearly 500,000 solar panels, the size of that panel, on site at these two facilities, and over 50 miles of underground cable connecting the system. And many of our Ivy peers have also signed PPAs, but Penn's is the largest at 220 megawatts. This project reduces our overall carbon footprint by 26%. And all this adds up to a brighter tomorrow. So at this time, I'd like to thank a few of the staff members who were integral in bringing this project to this point: Farah Mars-Vakili, Ben Suplick, Bill McKinney, Mike Stack, Andrew Zaranow, Nina Morris from the General Counsel's Office, Melissa Brown, and Trevor Lewis and Mark Dingfield and their teams who assisted with all the financial analysis. So much like a beam signing at a topping off ceremony for a building project milestone, we want everybody to sign a solar panel during the reception that follows for a lasting commemoration of all the efforts towards this renewable power. So let's cut the ribbon and celebrate the power of partnership in creating a greener, cleaner future for all. you.